F1, Lewis Hamilton roasted for hot take on a Formula E crash that turned out to be 3 years old. The schedule features the sport's first triple-header as France and Germany return while Malaysia drops out. The only change from the provisional calendar is the date swap between China and Bahrain, with the Sakir race now heading up the first back-to-back of the season. Singapore was the only other event that was subject to approval at the time of the provisional calendar, but a new race contract was confirmed in September. F1 calendar gets confirmation for 2018 pic. Twitter.com/Najg0x Jenny Gao, @JennyGao, December 6, 2017. The 2018 F1 season will begin in Australia on March 25, the same weekend as this year, and end in Abu Dhabi on November 25. The Azerbaijan GP in Baku will take place 2 months earlier on April 29, while the Russian GP in Sochi has been moved back to a late September slot after hosting this year's 4th round. But the major talking point is the 3 Grands Prix in 3 weekends in F1 first. After the French GP on the final weekend of June, the sport will head straight to the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian GP on July 1 before then going to Silverstone for the British GP on July 8. In total, between June 24 and July 29, there will be 5 Grands Prix in 6 weekends ahead of the usual August summer break. Change to the power unit penalty system. The FIA has also confirmed a modification to the heavily criticized power unit grid penalty system, after many races of the 2017 season saw multiple drivers serving penalties. They state that if a driver incurs a penalty exceeding 15 grid places, he will be required to start the race from the back of the starting grid. If more than one driver receives such a penalty, they will be arranged at the back of the grid in the order in which the offences were committed. Teams will be limited to 3 of each engine component in 2018, rather than the 4 from this year, before they will receive a penalty for changing parts. Teams will already be thinking ahead to 2018. Source SAP. There was also a discussion about improving security at the Brazilian GP after a number of incidents this year. Mercedes team personnel were robbed at gunpoint as they left the Interlagos circuit after the Friday practice sessions, while another 4 attempted robberies took place over the weekend. At the final World Motorsport Council meeting of the season on Wednesday, it was recommended that the event's promoter retained an independent security expert to evaluate and advise on security plans, implement a police reporting hub at the circuit, and improve overall communication between the promoter, security, police and F1 stakeholders. The World Council strongly urged the promoter to implement these recommendations and improve the situation ahead of next year's event, a statement added. Other changes to the 2018 sporting and technical regulations. Regulations relating to procedures for starting or resuming a race behind the safety car. Changing the event timetable to increase flexibility. Ensuring that testing of previous cars may only take place on tracks currently holding an FIA Grade 1 or 1T license. provision for demonstration events in previous cars which does not constitute testing. No such demonstrations may exceed 50 km in length, and only tires manufactured specifically for this purpose by the appointed supplier may be used. Changes to ensure that oil cannot be used as fuel. Introduction of a detailed specification for oil. A minimum weight and volume for energy storage, batteries. Changes to position of cameras and wing mirrors to accommodate the halo.